We're behind the scenes of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. There's a battle raging at Hogwarts, which is the backdrop against which our heroes' search for Horcruxes continues. They've learned that one of Hogwarts' ghosts, the Grey Lady, knows the whereabouts of what they're searching for. And for the first time since arriving back at the school, Harry, Ron and Hermione separate. So Harry's tearing around Hogwarts, desperately trying to find the Grey Lady, because he's hoping she's going to point him in the direction of one of the last Horcruxes. And this entire set has been constructed specifically for this scene, which is going to end up being really short. It's just incredible. But do you know what? The real action is happening elsewhere. After years of wondering whether these two were ever going to get it together, we're about to find out.
These girls are gonna kill me, Harry.
So, they're like running through Hogwarts, going down to the Chamber of Secrets, climbing down, going down into the dungeon, all scary, dark, creepy, and get into the Chamber of Secrets, and they go and they get the Fang, and Hermione destroys the Horcrux.
They've killed this Horcrux. They've nearly died doing it. They might die in the next 10 minutes out in the battle. They've just got to snog.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's not just a snog. No. It's like a you are the love of my life kind of moment.
I don't know, it was just... I don't want to say we were dreading it, but it wasn't something I was really kind of looking for. We knew it was going to be a kind of awkward moment.
Well, I don't know who kisses who. It just happens.
It just happens?
It just happens in this, yeah, magical way.
I mean, the first take, just kind of leaning in and then his face is getting closer and closer. It was quite weird. It didn't really feel right, but it was just because I've known him for so long, really.
When we went for the first take, she just made up her mind that, right, let's just do this properly. And so she just grabbed Rupert and went for it.
We both went in, tried to go in really quickly and get it done really quickly. We both actually kind of bashed faces a bit too much. But I think that's the one he actually is going to use in the end. So it was fine. It wasn't actually as bad as I kind of built it up in my head. So yeah.
Is she a good kisser? The nation need to know. The world needs to know.
I actually have no memory at all. I must have kind of wiped out my... But yeah,
you're a true gentleman, clearly. You're very discreet.
But time for romance in this film is short-lived. So they're coming to the end of the battle. One of the great challenges for the actors at this stage is that they're fighting things that they can't even see.
The battle scenes have been amazing, yeah. There's some great scenes in the courtyard where it's just basically all the Death Eaters against kind of the students. And it's just a massive, like, real epic carnage. Yeah, it's great.
You know, the giants and the spiders. And aren't there the animated... the
thestrals and
your thestrals.
Your statues, your ghosts.
Your statues that come to life, your ghosts.
And don't forget the snake.
Kill the snake. We have to kill the snake.
Did you get the snake?
I've now said that line or variants of that line is all I say for the last 45 minutes of this film. That's essentially what I do. Kill the snake! We've got to kill the snake! We have to kill the snake! It's all, you know, it's all very much about the snake.
And are you going to get it right at some point so we can all go to lunch?
That's a good question. Although, you are only coming here for a day, you are a guest, a little bit of decorum.
But the battles, it's coming towards the climax, which they're shooting out there. And Neville's been through the wars since day one. I mean, he's had the whole year at school. He's just been beaten and tortured by the Death Eaters. I mean, all these are sort of supposed to be older wounds.
So they're just a build-up of wounds?
Yeah, over the year, where he's stood up for Dumbledore and what's right, and he's paid the price for it, really. Whereas this one's a new one. This happens and the burns as well.
Look at the burns.
This is from the bridge scene where Neville has to try and halt the advancing Death Eaters. And they plant some charges on the bridge, a bit like a bridge too far.
Right.
And he's on the bridge when it goes down. And then he's just been, again, a bit more. Voldemort's just fired him through with a spell, and he's come 50 yards into here, across all this rubble, and landed somewhere over there.
Down that
on
way?
all those beds over there.
Handy stretchers to land on.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a comfortable fall?
I think that's how he survived, with the stretchers.
Okay.
So he got up and...
What have they got in the world of magic and wonderful craziness? Why have they got Second World War mattresses?
I can't answer that.
No.
I'm afraid I can't answer that.
But at least you survived.
But yes, we survived. Yeah, so we're okay. And he gets up and then stumbles out here for the climax of the battle.
I've seen you waving a sword about, and
The sword of Gryffindor.
Look,
Here it is.
This is the sword keeper.
Here we go. This is the sword of Godric Gryffindor.
Can I have a
You can
feel?
do, yeah, go for it.
Ooh, that's got a nice weight to it.
pretty
isn't
cool,
Talk
isn't it?
about the one. So do you get given sort of like sword fighting lessons?
We had a few. Like,
Can you give me a
how
tip?
to-
Am I holding it correctly? Is this?
You're holding it fine, I guess.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm from Essex, so I have
All right, okay.
some history with sword fighting.
Okay, right. Well, I guess the main thing is to have a very sort of a firm grip on the sword for a start.
Right.
And then you block it when it's blocking. So we're blocking spells.
Yeah.
We're not actually sword fighting.
Okay, so it's a bit
So
like
it has to be a very extravagant sort of.
Go on, show me,
sweep.
and I'll-
Well, what we've been doing is sort of when we're blocking the spells, it's very sort
Tell you.
of all the way up like that,
Wow.
and then blocking them away. Really sort of.
It's almost like a sliced backhand on a table tennis table.
Exactly. Yeah,
but with
yeah,
the sword.
Slicing it that way.
Talk me through what you're doing, because you and Rupert seem to be doing a lot of rolling around in the rubble.
We are. Well, you see, we're being chased by a giant snake.
Right. We've been watching a lot of
Yeah.
attempts to kill this snake today.
We have. We keep failing.
and Ron's stuck under you, so he doesn't get to be the hero.
Hang on, no.
Oh.
We fall down together and he protects me and holds me in a loving embrace as we're about to die.
It's quite a tight space where we have to fall in, and we're holding hands as well. And we have to kind of fall, kind of romantically as well. So.
Was that stage direction?
Yeah.
Was he really?
Well, yeah, she's got to kind of nestle into me, and it's quite cool. But
So, is that something that you coordinate with Emma? Right, this is how we're going to nestle. This is how we're going to do it. Fall romantically.
yeah, because this is after the kiss, all this stuff. So we're kind of a couple now.
All this rolling around and fighting, and you're gonna get a few cuts and bruises along the way.
This was my addition, the
What?
sexy cut lip.
Hold on. That's something you did, or something you asked for?
That was something that I asked for.
So you looked at it, so you thought, I've got to have...
I was like, if we're going to do this whole epic,
Beaten up battle.
thing, I want a cut lip.
And you've got a great graze on your neck as well.
Well,
that's
this
not
is-
love bite, wasn't it, is it?
No.
Ron's been in
That
the
would have been
rubble
awkward. No, this is from Bellatrix. She tries to slit my throat, actually.
She's good like that, isn't she?
Yeah, she's pretty mean. Yeah.
I still find it incredible, though, because looking at you, and I'm stood,
Very close to you.
and it still looks so real, so
I know,
the scar on your neck or the cut on your lip.
It's funny because I forget. I wear it all day and then I catch myself in the mirror and I'm like, God, I look terrible. I look really bad. No, but it's fun. It's fun.
Sounds good. So I'm off to makeup to get a little injury of my own.
So, Amanda, what are you going to do to me?
So we're going to make you battle worn.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to give you, we have all these little pieces here that we've made up. So this would be like a hit that you could have had a punch underneath the eye. It could have been some falling debris. There's so many places that people could have got wounded in this battle. Majority probably from falling debris, from spells that the Death Eaters are putting on the castle.
Okay.
So we have a whole pizza box here of an array of different...
I didn't know pizza delivery did this sort of thing.
Bondo wounds.
Yeah.
It keeps them flat. So there's all sorts of different scrapes and grazes and things that we put on, and then we can colour them. And then, then you can go out there and get covered in all the dirt.
See, the thing about the cuts, though, is they must be sort of great fun to have on.
They love them for the first bit, and they all want the biggest cuts and the biggest wounds, and there's always a battle going on of who's got the best cut. And then that's fine for the first week. And after that, when they're in long makeups, like Neville gets really badly, and he's in makeup for quite a long time, and he's lost interest.
Has he?
Yeah, and now he wishes that he'd gone for something smaller. And so it's a good idea at the time, and there's a big sort of lots of scar envy goes on. Who's got the best scar?
There's a moral in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, exactly.
After the break, as filming comes to a close, the stars reflect on growing up in the public eye.
In Kid Star's top trumps, we're worth nothing.
Nothing.
And we find out how they're feeling about it all coming to an end.
I don't know. I guess I'm in denial.
Tell you what, you should see the other fella.